So I've been getting a lot of criticism because I accurately said that the Dyson PencilVac here with the FluffyCone brush is not meant to be used with carpet. And a lot of people have been telling me, of course, because if you go on the Dyson website, it says right here, does the Dyson PencilVac vacuum clean carpets? And Dyson says, very small at the bottom of the page, no, the Dyson PencilVac vacuum cleaner is engineered to clean hard floors only. And the Dyson PencilVac with this plain fluffy brush might not be the most powerful, but at the very least, it can handle low pill carpet, because I tried it on all my low pill carpet. And regardless if the website says, hey, this is not meant for low pill or any type of carpet, this one can be used without getting stuck, without jamming, while the FluffyCone will get stuck and jammed. And then when you look at the overall bin capacity, just remember, there's no difference in opening up either the one with the FluffyCone or the regular version with the plain brush. But the plain brush is going to be the superior unit. And it's the superior model specifically because you can do this. So, and if I want to pick something up, I can move it around and it's easy. And if I wanted to just go on low pill carpet, I can, and it works. And even if I try to press down on it, if I put it on turbo boost mode, right? It still doesn't get jammed up, it doesn't turn off, and it still works just like any other regular cordless stick vacuum. So don't trust everything you read, but if you're just going off what Dyson puts on their website, you can't get a PencilVac for any other type of floor than hard floor. I spent $1,000 on Dyson PencilVacs, so you don't have to, because this is my Dyson PencilVac with the FluffyCone brush. So we're gonna do a quick vacuum test here with some lentils. So doing a side-by-side test. This is on Eco, both on Eco. And if you compare them side by side, you realize the truth about them. They're gonna have the same exact bins, they're gonna have the same exact batteries, and they're gonna have the same exact motor and functions. The only difference comes down to one comes with this attachment, and one comes with this attachment. And it is so interchangeable because if I had you choose which PencilVac is which, you would not know, because they are identical in every single way. But if you're trying to compare the utility of using the Dyson PencilVac with the fluffy brush versus using it with the FluffyCone brush, it is really simple. On this version, because it is linear, that means this will want to go forward because the brush roll just goes forward. It's not cone shaped in any way. And the motor is not particularly powerful inside of the motor head. You will do a lot of the pushing, but it's going to be easier to push around. And that's because if you use the FluffyCone brush, and let's just say you have it on the floor, it's like carrying a wild animal. It just wants to go in every single direction. So you will actually have to use more effort in holding it steady. And the key point here is that the Dyson PencilVac with the fluffy brush weighs 2.9 pounds, and the Dyson PencilVac with the FluffyCone brush weighs 4 pounds. And that 1.1 pound difference might not seem like a lot, but there is a big difference between a PencilVac that weighs 3 pounds and 4 pounds, a 25% difference. And when you compare the Dyson PencilVac with the fluffy brush versus one like a Dyson V8, this is where I think Dyson was intending the Dyson PencilVac to be. It is about half the weight of a Dyson V8. So then I can truly say that the Dyson PencilVac with the fluffy brush is more like a pencil, because this feels like a pencil and all the weight is going to be on the top of the unit. So that means the battery is here, the motor is here, and then the dustbins are here. So everything on the bottom in this version on the fluffy brush is going to be weighted on the top. So that makes it pushing it around pretty easy. But when you have it with the FluffyCone brush, because the FluffyCone brush also is pretty heavy, you actually have to put more effort in pushing it around as well as keeping it under control. So that's the big difference in terms of the maneuverability between the two. And once you use your Dyson PencilVac, the brand new look that you get here is going to be replaced with this kind of dirty look. And if you don't properly maintain it, it will perpetually look dirty, especially in that FluffyCone variation that has a lot of plastic, clear plastic that clearly stands out if you get it dirty. So that's another reason why just having this more narrow, fluffy brush is just better. Side by side, the Dyson PencilVac Fluffy versus the Dyson PencilVac FluffyCone, you notice one obvious difference. The brush rolls are different, and that's because on the Fluffy, it is just the standard soft brush, and it's not truly edge to edge, as you can see, because it doesn't stick out more than the plastic. So this is more like almost edge to edge. And the Dyson FluffyCone is also not edge to edge, but at least you're getting 4 of them. But the craziest part is, regardless if you're 1 or 2 brushes, the rest of it is exactly the same. And what's so interesting about the Dyson PencilVac is that they're leveraging these soft brush rolls so aggressively. Because where is a standard motor bar that you would just attach to the PencilVac? Can it not handle something like this? Because just by adding a motor bar that can be used on multi-surfaces would be a big benefit for getting a PencilVac over just getting one with a soft brush, even if it's a better soft brush like you get on the Fluffy brush. And the FluffyCone also comes with a gap in the center where the LED light is, and that hurts it when you're trying to pick up large messes. And our unit is completely full, and at the same time you can see that the conical shape here just spits debris away from it sometimes, and that's because all of the brushes are dedicated to just one suction hole here, versus on the regular brush, which is just one brush connected to the suction port here. And when you compare the Dyson PencilVac's fluffy brush versus the Dyson V8's fluffy brush, they're pretty similar. The biggest differences are going to lie in the size of them. And then when you put them side by side, you can really see the inspiration for the PencilVac's fluffy brush inside from the Dyson V8. So the Dyson V8 doesn't have any LEDs, just like you get on the PencilVac fluffy brush. Both are coming with smaller motors than what you get on the standard motor bars from Dyson. And both are going to be coming with this kind of trap here on the back, so that any debris is still going to get picked up and go into its suction port directly in the rear. So this is connected to the hose, as well as your PencilVac's fluffy brush is connected to a hose. Where the differences lie is that the PencilVac's hole here is smaller than the hole you have on the V8. So the V8 will be able to pick up larger particles. And because the V8 here is also coming with a bigger motor, just because it's bigger in nature, it's going to have more torque, so it can pick up bigger particles off your floor faster than what you get on the PencilVac. Your PencilVac's biggest limitation is going to be the power and the suction power of the PencilVac itself. So 55 air watts is not a lot. And the Dyson PencilVac with the fluffy brush is very easy to maneuver. And that's because most of the weight is all centered on the top. Because you have the battery here, you're going to have the controller as well as the motor, and that's connected to the tube, which is hollow. And then you have the lightweight, this is a very lightweight brush head. And the Dyson PencilVac Fluffy's lightweight is a good thing and a bad thing. So one of the good things is that once you have it all set up, it is very easy to maneuver. And that's because all the weight is distributed on the top. So you have your battery, you have your controller, you have your buttons, and then you have the actual bin, which is light because it's hollow, and then you're going to have the actual motor bar or the brush head. Now, once you detach this, you'll notice that this is also going to be very light, and it does a pretty good job picking things up. But at the same time, it is so light that it's not very durable. So you're gonna get this dirty faster, it's gonna get scratched faster. And I'm being totally honest, when you pick it up and you use it, it feels like you're pushing around a plastic toy. I mean, no offense to Dyson, but they have to make it or balance it out with better components, just so it's not so plasticky, because when you move it around, it sounds like you're pushing around a plastic toy. You know, the wheels are not, heavy duty. These are kind of like the plastic wheels you would get on a Lego or some type of kid's toy. So I think here at least Dyson should be making the upgrade, because at the very least when you get it on the Dyson V8 or the larger Dysons, these wheels are not so plasticky and they're going to be larger and more plentiful on the actual motor bar. So ultimately, which Dyson PencilVac should you get between the Dyson PencilVac with the fluffy brush versus the Dyson PencilVac with the FluffyCone brush? I would say you should be going with the version with the fluffy brush. And you can see that the Dyson PencilVac, and you can see that this Dyson PencilVac with the conical brushes, it just is more difficult to control. But that's in contrast, great contrast to the PencilVac with the fluffy brush. This is very easy to push around. This is also pretty good looking. And when you put it inside of its base, it doesn't take a lot of space. You can hide this, right? You can hide this in a corner because of how long and slender it is. So I totally get if you have an apartment in New York City, you have a nice studio or you have a nice kind of spot, this would just fit in easily and it would be a great way to just keep your floors tidy and clean. It's not going to be the deep cleaning you get from a vacuum. It's not going to be the deep cleaning you get from a Dyson V8. But in this iteration, even though the brush head itself is kind of toy-like, it's hard for me not to recommend it if you get it on sale. Because if you can get the Dyson PencilVac on sale, let's say for $200 or $250, I don't know any other stick vacuum that's going to have this kind of charm or form factor. Because it still is a Dyson. People are going to say, what is that? You're still going to get the attention you crave from getting one. But at the same time, it still has relative form factor or function because it's lightweight and it can still pick up things on your floors, even on low pill carpet or welcome mats. That is something that the FluffyCone brush can never do. And I know the LED lights might be great and all, but this is kind of also squeaky and janky. So at the same time, it's harder to clean, harder to maintain, and I think the FluffyCone brush is more likely to break because it's always getting clogged. So in almost every single way, I recommend the Dyson PencilVac with the fluffy brush over the version with the FluffyCone. And if you're just looking for the truest Dyson experience, I would say then just go with the standard Dyson cordless vacuums, like the Dyson V8 or V11 or V12 or V15 or V16. They're all going to be better vacuums than a PencilVac. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and please hit that like or subscribe button. It really does help support our channel. And I'll catch you next time. This is Dave with the French Glow signing off. Bye, bye, bye.